winning. Ooh. I'ma keep winning. But you wanna go play yourself. I'ma keep. You can try to save yourself. But you wanna go play.
What is this muffin?
You can try to save yourself. But you wanna go play yourself.
Yeah, you gon' need 100 men, 100 scopes, 100 cans just for you to watch what I'm doing under the sun again. God-given gift, them seeds doing the running man. If you want me to get it poppin', may cost 100 pence. Yeah, what I supply is all the throne is mine, take that. Yeah, 105 got the upper hand. I'm too real, can't fake that. Who you know putting fear in them like this? You a vampire, still suck when you bite this. Lord forgive me for my sins, I'm feeling righteous. But they been next to me to show me I might just. They didn't think I could do it, I had to demonstrate how the flow is so heavenly, keeping demons straight. Who they fooling? I showed them the jig is up again. When I ask them who is the best, they get this to stuttering. Tell them
I'ma keep winning. I'ma keep winning. Ooh. I'ma keep winning. You can try to save yourself, but you wanna go play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you wanna go play yourself. I'ma keep. You can try to save yourself, but you wanna go play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you wanna go play yourself. I'ma keep.
I came this far, nothing can't stop me now. They knock me down, but they can't count me out. I can't lose, I won't lose. I can't lose, I won't lose.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Finals Day for the Ontario School Esports Association Rocket League Fall Season. I am Nate Goes Live, joined once again by my commentator and good friend Rage Quit Andy, and we're thrilled to bring you all the action live right here on the OSEA YouTube channel.
Today, it all comes down to this. We'll be showcasing both semifinal matchups and the grand finals to crown our fall champion. Our first match is just a few minutes away, kicking off at around 10:30 a.m., featuring the OCVI Redhawks taking on the Bay Ridge Blazers. The winner of that matchup will punch their ticket straight to the grand finals later this afternoon. This is a double elimination bracket, so the lower bracket is still developing. Once those results are finalized, we'll update the bracket live and bring you our second semifinal at around 11:15, followed by the grand finals at 12:45. It's going to be an incredible day of Rocket League, Ontario's best high school teams battling it out for the fall title.
So here we go, we're getting ready for matchup number one of the day. It's our semifinal between the OCVI Redhawks 1 and the Bay Ridge Blazers. Should be an action-packed match. We are going to take a quick standby, jump into that game. We know the lobby's just getting set up. It should start any minute now, so buckle up. We're getting ready for the finals. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes. And here we go, kickoff in the first semifinal match. We've got a goal right away from Chapa. 3 seconds in, Andy.
Wow, what an exciting start to this first semifinal matchup. Blazers getting off to a hot start. Chapa taking that kickoff right from the ceiling, under the crossbar, 1-0 early on. But we know that this Redhawks team is also highly skilled offensively, so I don't think they're too worried about an early goal with lots of Rocket League to play left. As Polar's gonna send this one, get an incredible touch. Holy, Cappy having to make an incredible save to stop that one from going in and make it an equalizer. Dead weight getting a pass over to Polar, who leaves that one and takes out the defender. And we're tied up at 1 already, Nate.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't get to see as much from Dead Weight as we have in previous seasons. Just kind of way the game matchups worked out week to week. So great to see them here in the semifinals as our lower bracket is continuing to develop. It's a 1-1 game, 30 seconds in. Chapa fighting on the sidewall, a rebound at the net. Cappy able to get in front of it and stop that from going in. As Polar is driving an attack now, able to get a pre-jump there through the corner, but Chapa saw it coming. Almost a backflip bicycle kick shot there. Didn't quite materialize. So a pass forward. Stopped by Polar, who goes up. Looking for a shot here. Upside down in the air. Couldn't roll it off the top. We're back at midfield as G carries over the line.
Yeah, and if we remember the last matchup we saw with these teams, they were 2v2. So now we're seeing them at full strength here in the championship weekend. So seeing some electric play early on as Polar gets the better of G there. Judd up, trying to get a nice angle, but Cappy there saying no. Keeping this tied at 1. Dead weight runs out of control there at the midfield, so G able to capitalize, looking to get a bounce out pass to Cappy. Blocked by Dead weight as Cappy takes the shot that was floating in the midfield, making it 2-1.
This was a great setup by G, who got a bounce out of the corner. So then the ball ended up floating in front of the Redhawks end, and it was only a matter of time before one of the Blazers made it their way down and got the shot. Kickoff here, 3:26 on the clock. It's off the sidewall all the way over to Polar, who's fighting with Cappy. Manages to get over the center line, but G collects quickly and continues the attack. Bumping into a teammate there. Chapa was able to keep the play going as their teammate was demoed. G over to Chapa. Chapa over the center line. Here's Chapa now looking for a double touch. Interrupted by Polar, but a quick shot. And Deadweight ready to stop it. Didn't have to take much action. So now Deadweight heads down. Trying to get through the corner. A good pop. Is Judd going to get there in time? They don't. And now we're fighting for possession at midfield. G chipping into the corner, looking to get a shot. And Dead weight able to stop it, just bouncing over the corner boost there. Polar picks it up over the midfield. Polar looking for their own pass. And the ball here is sitting in front of the Bay Ridge Blazers end. Dead weight trying to chip through the corner, looking for a teammate. Doesn't, so now Judd chipping one from far away. A nice little backflip from Dead weight, didn't quite turn into a shot. As the Blazers now with a couple quick defensive moves trying to keep that ball out.
Yeah, some really good possession battles going on. It looks like we've got some sustained pressure here by the Redhawks. But the Blazers able to keep this one out, not panicking, still having enough boost to be able to defend adequately. As Cappy looking to pressure down now that they've got the ball back into the Redhawks end. Chapa's going to cut that one off, trying to get something out front. Judd going to send it back off the sidewall to the midfield. Here's Polar, no boost, so unfortunately doesn't quite get the touch on the ball that they were looking for. It's contested by G. Cappy and Chapa making a tandem save there. Judd not able to challenge at the midfield. Chapa just over driving that one, so G has to come back around. Flips it in, gets demoed unfortunately. Chapa gonna keep the pressure on. Polar, calm, cool, and collected back there. Gonna flip this one over the midfield line. G flicks it up into the corner. Dead weight doesn't get the touch on it that they were looking for. Judd comes in, but Cappy with the save. Polar with the rebound, and another save by Chapa off the post. This is a tightly contested match here with just under a minute to play. 2-1 for your Bay Ridge Blazers. A reminder, this is a best of 5, so first team to win 3 is going to move on to our grand finals.
40 seconds or so on the clock. Dead weight looking for that tying goal. It bounces out of the corner. Judd is looking to grab possession. Tries to pass over to Polar, but just didn't kind of work out, so they're back in their own now. Their own end defending. Cappy trying to set up G. G runs into Polar. Polar with a long shot. It might make it. Chipped up and out of the way by Chapa. They're not quite safe yet. Cappy sends it out to midfield. Runs into Judd. Manages to get by. We're in the corner now. Cappy was looking for the bump there. Here's a last chance for the Red Hawks. It's booted away by G with only 3 seconds left. That might be where this one goes. And it is. That was a pretty action-packed game.
That was intense for being relatively low scoring. Tons of shots and saves as you see the scorecards here. A combined 12 saves by G and Cappy as the Red Hawks were just peppering that net, trying to even the score. And turns out that 1-0 goal really early on was the difference maker.
A total of 6 saves by Cappy. I'm not sure if you mentioned that, but oh my goodness. That might have been the 6 shots from Polar. So just a constant shifting of momentum in that match. Could have went either way. Unlike our week-to-week games, which are 3 games total, semifinals are a best of 5, which means the team needs to get 3 wins in order to progress to the grand finals. So we'll get to see a little more Rocket League than we have on our weekly broadcasts, which I'm up for. And a little bit of space built in between the games. As they build our tournament brackets, there's never any surety that a game might be 3 matches and it might be 5 matches. So we build that time in, which means there will be a little bit of downtime between our semifinals and our grand finals today. And we'll do our best to bring you the action as soon as it happens. So here we go, game number 2. Kickoff. Polar runs right into Cappy. G chipping one away so dead weight couldn't progress. Chapa looking for a teammate out front. It's Polar who grabs it. Gets by almost by Cappy. Cappy able to keep that thing from going at the net. Here's dead weight in the air looking for Polar. Polar a little bit late to that play. Still in the Bay Ridge Blazers' end. And a shot from Polar off the crossbar and in.
Yeah, unbelievable pickup here off the sidewall. Steals that boost. Goes up. One of the most impressive shots I've ever seen. Pixel perfect underneath the crossbar. 1-0 early on. The Red Hawks looking to even up the match here as Judd gets that kickoff, but G's going to corral from their end. Polar up again with the save, gets it credited as a shot also. Pressure on here by the Red Hawks early on as Cappy going to have to go up high off the backboard to make that save. Here's Polar once again, looking to get a pass out to a teammate. G's going to hit that one back into the corner. Dead weight, able to flip it over, loses control, but gets a bump on a defender. Polar and Judd working together in the midfield to get this one back into the Blazers' end. As dead weight wisely plays that off the bottom of their vehicle to kill the momentum to try and get a pass out and beat a defender. G overplays that one, unfortunately. Dead weight gonna play a bounce pass over to Judd. Now we're back into the Blazers' end as Polar's coming off the sidewall. Always dangerous here. Looking for a flip reset, just missing that one. Still getting the bounce pass out. Dead weight wisely decides to head back and play some defense as Judd sends that one back down into the attacking zone. Dead weight looking for a pass across, gets a pinch off a defender, unfortunately goes a little far, but Polar's gonna demolish G as Judd takes a shot. That's swept away. That long shot just cleared wide. Polar looking to pass over to a teammate, intercepted by Cappy. And Chapa now putting a shot on net that Judd has to defend. It pops up, and there's Polar with the defensive save, sending it back down into the Blazers' end.
Yeah, a couple close calls there. Here's a shot off the goalpost from dead weight. Plays are materializing quickly. Here's Polar leading the charge, I'd say, for the Red Hawks. G chipping that away, and G been hanging back, sort of playing defensively for the Bay Ridge Blazers and letting teammates Chapa and Cappy lead the charge for their team. So here's Cappy and Chapa fighting, trying to get that cleared away. G in net. Polar following up. Cappy able to chip that away. Great rotations from both teams, both on the attack and the defense. Here's G up high into the corner. Deadweight with some great aerial mechanics, looking for a double touch. Does so, setting up Polar. What a play here! Look at the rotation, Andy.
Wow, what control through the air here to get that beautiful bounce pass over to Polar, who wisely plays it off the backboard, seeing no other defenders there. Deadweight gonna just tap that one into the open net. 2-goal lead now for the Red Hawks, looking to even this match at 1. Judd's gonna come flying in and scoop this one off the sidewall. Flicks over one defender, Cappy there to push it deeper into the corner. Polar looking to get a pass over to Deadweight. That's gonna sail wide as Chapa brings it in from the midfield. Looking to get a ground pinch, gets through 2 defenders, but Deadweight gonna carry this one from the back wall into midfield. Misses the landing, so not able to get the boost. Chapa making the easy save there on the ground. Chapa looking to pass this one over to G. Judd's gonna interrupt that one. G still able to chip it over. Deadweight makes a crucial save to keep a 2-goal lead, as Cappy just trying to keep it into the attacking zone. But these Red Hawks seemingly not allowing any play time in their own end, as the attacking time in the Bay Ridge end has been most of this game. Judd here with the shot. That one's gonna sail high. Deadweight not able to beat the defenders there. So Polar back, able to corral this one, flicks it over, takes the demo. Chapa not able to get there in time. G from the midfield looking to go up, looking to do a fake musty flip, missing the second touch off the ground. So Chapa has to corral from their own end. Polar able to stop that one up pretty quickly, gets the better of that challenge. Midfield now, bringing it into the corner. Judd with the shot. Chapa comes across, makes a pivotal save there to keep this one at a 2-goal game. And these Bay Ridge Blazers looking to get something going, but Judd comes across, making it 3-0. We've seen these teams score plenty of times, but this might be the game the Red Hawks were looking for to even it up.
Yeah, interesting to see the momentum shift here, and quite clearly. So 30 seconds left, and Blazers need 3 goals just to find overtime, but probably not going to happen, as we're down to now 20 seconds on the clock. And here's G over the center line, demoing Judd. Chapa able to chip one off the side wall. Going to run into Judd, though, back on their wheels. As we count down the final seconds in this match, this is going to even it up. 1 game apiece as we go into game 3. Just waiting for this ball to touch the ground again as Polar sends it down. G not going to bother with it, ready to start the next game by the looks of it. A long clear from Deadweight. That thing stayed in the air longer than I expected. Let's look at the scorecard, Andy, and see what we find.
Yeah, you were going to see a lot of shots here by the Red Hawks. Yeah, looking at 11 shots already. Just sustained pressure, like I was mentioning. Just really trying to even this one up. They weren't going to take that first game loss laying down. Impressive by both teams, though. The Blazers never really panicking. Didn't see them out of position too much. Near the end there, that 3rd goal, I mean, they're pushing a little harder, trying to get a goal in there quickly when you've got 30 seconds left and you're down by 2. So those chances are going to happen a little bit more. It's kind of like pulling the goalie in the NHL, you know? You're just trying to get something in there quick so you can even the match as quick as possible. But an exciting first 2 matches so far in this first semifinals match, Nate.
Yeah, I'm curious how that lower bracket is developing. So the winner of this series will go on to the grand finals. Those are scheduled for 12:45, and maybe for a good reason, as here we are 10 to 11, our next semifinal scheduled for 11:15, and it is one game apiece. So we need one of these two teams to get 3 wins in order for us to move on to the next semifinal. So players are taking the pitch. We are ready to go here. As the kickoff now, it's the Blazers leading the charge. Finding the back wall, here's Cappy looking for a quick shot. G was ready, but the pass just went wide quickly. Nothing happened, but now we're seeing the Blazers on the attack. First few seconds in. Another shot at the net. Another pass off the backboard. It's G who finds it. That's blocked by Judd. Critical save. Dead weight carrying over the midfield. Great aerial play there. Holding their momentum. Sort of ran into Polar, though, along the way. Here's G. Tries to get off the sidewall. Polar interrupting. Choppa from midfield to the corner. Judd's going to corral it. It's a great long shot pointed at the opposing net. Here's G. Oh. What a close play that was. So the plays are already back and forth here. We're a minute in. Here's Cappy playing with dead weight in the corner, trying to get something back in front of the Redhawks net. Didn't materialize. Choppa's grabbed possession at midfield. Runs into Judd, and we're battling for possession here.
Yeah, you can definitely see the game planning has changed from game to game, as we're seeing the Blazers with some sustained pressure so far in this game. As dead weight looking to get this one off the vehicles of the Blazers, as Polar tries to go for the double touch drop pass. That doesn't work out, so Judd has to sweep this one aside. Able to get that large boost pad and jump over a couple defenders, but Cappy capitalizes on that miscue at midfield, looking to get a pass down to a teammate, not able to get past the defense of Polar, who wisely bumps G out of the way. So Choppa has to come through, not credited with a save, but that was earmarked for a goal if Choppa's not there defending that ball. Polar takes the under route to get that one into the corner. Cappy able to get it closer to midfield. Judd there to pick it up as the loose ball in the midfield play, seemingly deciding who's got the attacking pressure, as Polar picks up that missed play off the back wall. Off the nice touch here by dead weight. Choppa not getting to that ball, so Polar going to capitalize on that wide open net. 1-0. 2 minutes into this game, Nate.
That great play by
Redhawks
Polar.
up 1.
Just turning around, exiting the attack zone, turning around and seeing that opportunity. So Polar with great game sense there. Here's Judd now looking for an open net. Might be able to chip it up over. Cappy was there. And it bounces out to the corner. And another shot from Polar, but it stayed wide. We're seeing the Blazers here kind of pinballing that ball around, just trying to keep it from being controlled by the Redhawks. Here's one. It's going to land in front of the Bay Ridge net. Polar's up, finds the back wall, and Cappy, who clears it away. Dead weight. Couldn't quite handle that as it came down and bounced. Polar with a great setup here. None of the Redhawks there to grab it. So as we head into Redhawks territory, it's Cappy fighting at midfield, pushing Polar around a little bit there. Polar able to stay on their wheels and keep the ball moving. Here's a shot quickly. Stays wide, but a great shot from that sidewall as Polar almost put another one in. And we're watching Choppa now collecting their own corner. Runs into Polar, of all people. Sets down in front, but G's able to scoop it before any of the Redhawks get there. Here's that dead weight. Finds the back wall. It's Cappy who clears it away. A quick shot from Judd, and G's going to take it. Gets over the midfield line. G still in control. Tries to get through the corner, but runs into the dead weight, and that's going to stop the attack.
Yeah, Polar and Deadweight both going up for that one. Choppa having to play it up high off the midfield line. G able to make that save from Judd in the middle of the net there. Cappy now just sends a booming shot down from his defensive zone. Cappy able to keep the pressure on Choppa, not able to get there as Polar gets this one to the midfield now. Scooping it up, trying to get a pass out to a teammate from that attacking corner. Judd able to scoop that from midfield, trying to get it back down. Deadweight Unfortunately demoed there by Cappy as they misplayed the handle. Polar trying to get a shot across. Good deflection. Judd plays the slow game there against Cappy on the side and gets the better of that exchange. Dead weight now from their own end. Trying to bring it down. Mishandles that bump, but Polar there to scoop it up. G cuts that attacking process off. Cappy making a save off dead weight shot. G looking to get a pass over to Cappy. Dead weight blocks that one once again. G up, looking to get a pass out to the front of the net. Polar gets the shot. It just goes wide. G and Choppa there teaming up to make that save. Just under 10 seconds to go. G trying to put something on the net. The Blazers trying desperately to even this one up. As G gets a good challenge. Polar, though, gonna able to take that one down, almost making another shot at the end. And the Redhawks win that game 1-0. Low-scoring game, but exciting nonetheless.
Saw some great passing from Judd in the final moments there, and you really got to hand it to that dead weight. The aerial mechanics we're seeing from that dead weight, and the amount of control that they're holding on to. Just really impressive. So both teams really impressive. Cappy with 3 critical saves in that last round. As we head into game number 4, 2 for the Redhawks, 1 for Bay Ridge Blazers, which means this is a must-win for the Bay Ridge Blazers if they want to make it to the grand finals. Best of 3 series.
Yeah, they're not necessarily out of it because it is a double elimination. So the loser of this match will head down to our second semifinals. And there's a chance that these two teams could meet again in the grand final if they can win that second semifinals match.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That'll be interesting to see. I was trying to make sense of that lower bracket earlier today. Just couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, so our second semifinal match will be either it'll be the winner of the Golden Bears taking on Colby Esports, and they will play the loser of this match, who will either be the Redhawks or the Bay Ridge Blazers.
Here we go, kickoff, next game. Right away, Cappy up in the air looking to take a quick shot. You know the Bay Ridge Blazers now. They don't want to go to that lower bracket. Here's Judd up against 2 of the Blazers. Choppa cheering it away. Couldn't quite get by Polar at midfield. Polar's up in the air. Dead weight hanging out in front of the net. There's no double touch pass to come about. So G's going to carry it over the midfield line. That was a great shot from G, and it's in.
Wow. Just from behind the midfield line, just flicking this one up. Gets over everybody and falls right into the center of the net. 1-0 early for the Bay Ridge Blazers, who are in a must-win situation, as the game series is 2-1. First to 3 takes it. Dead weight not able to beat G to that one, so this one's going to fall into the midfield. Another 2 opposing teams go at it at the midfield, not able to make anything of it. Deadweight and Judd running into each other there at the midfield, giving G the opportunity to just defensively send that one down. Choppa's going to come screaming through, able to get this one into the corner, looking to get a pass down out front, runs out of boost, so not able to beat Deadweight, who's driving backwards there. Maybe some early on jitters here as we're in crunch time, as the OCVI Redhawks have kind of not had it together like we've seen in the past couple matches, as Cappy now picks this one up off the back wall. Polar able to scoop that away, runs out of boost, so not able to continue the attack. Dead weight also out of boost, so not able to keep the pressure going. G up, no boost, but plays enough defense for that one to miss. G now sending this one down, looking for a pass for a teammate. Choppa now trying to follow it up. Polar able to send that one back into the corner from out in front of the net. Choppa playing good defense there in the offensive zone as G goes up and makes a critical save on that dead weight shot. Choppa trying to pinch that one off G to get it out of harm's way, as we're seeing the Redhawks now starting to put the gas pedal down a little more, pressing the attack button. Cappy and this Bay Ridge Blazers team trying to regroup in their own end.
Here's G with an aerial over the midfield line. I think we're waiting to see G sort of come out of the woodwork, get into the attack zone a bit more. G has this history of turning up when it really counts. So here's G over the midfield line again, but kind of landing funny. Getting a quick bump in, but no shots. And Cappy up to turn that aerial into a save. Two of the Blazers up defending that one. Cappy on the ground trying to get by Polar. Polar says, no, you won't. Here's Judd now through the corner. Polar waiting in front, but G's got possession on their own backboard. They run into dead weight on the way down. So we're still here in the Blazers' end. Dead weight missing a pass over to Judd. It was a great pass. Judd just couldn't collect in time. Dead weight with a pass didn't make it out very far, but the shot from Cappy stays wide. Polar clearing away, runs into G. G with the shot, stays high and wide. Still a one-goal game here. Choppa with the demo on dead weight. Cappy shooting long, it stays wide. Out of the way, G chipping through the corner, gets in front, but not long enough. Judd clearing away. Here's Cappy with a long shot from midfield. Polar finds it on the upper back wall. Great pre-jump read from Choppa to keep the attack going. Here's G missing the pre-jump read on the side wall. And so possession now being battled for, just over a minute to go.
Yeah, Polar's going to intercept that shot in their defending zone. Dead weight up, trying to get a pass out. Polar doesn't have the boost to get there, but Judd comes in. Some really nice rotations by both these teams. Again, a low-scoring affair, but action-packed. Almost like watching a chess match with rocket-powered cars. As Deadweight's going to take that pass from Judd, missing the second touch. Polar was on the opposite side waiting for a pass. G's going to scoop that one up and just send it all the way down. Polar not getting the pinch they were hoping for, but still has time to get this one out of harm's way. Judd and Deadweight both going for that defensive play, trying to get something going. 20 seconds left. There's a shot by Judd. Choppa sweeps that one away. The Bay Ridge Blazers looking to even this series at 2. We've got 10 seconds left. It's now all or nothing for the Red Hawks as they try to go and even this one up. Choppa and Cappy playing some good defense in the offensive zone, and this one is now tied at 2 games apiece. We're going to a deciding 5th match.
Well, and today as good a day as any for a 40-minute overtime. Who knows, Andy? I'd love to see that record get set for the longest overtime. Who knows? But yeah, Game 5, deciding match. And you're right. What an effort from both teams. They're putting on quite a show for us this morning. So Judd rejoined. Go ahead.
Sorry, we have word that our second semifinal match is going to be either, well, the loser of this match taking on the Golden Bears.
Excellent. So one of these teams we'll see playing again in about 15 minutes when that next match starts. We're going to find out who it is as Game 5 is about to start, a deciding match in this best-of-5 series. Hey, if you're watching at home, thanks for joining us today and supporting high school esports here in Ontario. Make sure to subscribe to the OSEA channel if you haven't. I'm in a loading loop, Andy. What about you?
Yeah, me too. But
Perfect. As long as it's not just me, you know? So we're waiting. We may have an issue with our server here. We were able to quickly rebound the last time this happened, but it looks like I'm kicked out to the menu. So we're going to ask everyone watching to hang tight here while we pivot and get this lobby restarted. It does happen every once in a while.
yeah, that is the downside of the internet being your only means to linking the game.
All right, so in the meanwhile, let's take a quick standby, and we will prepare for the deciding match. Please bear with us, everybody. We're going to just double check our lobby and get into it. It might only be gone 30 seconds here. Last time this happened, it was a really, really quick rebound. But in the meanwhile, we'll be right back with you. Well, I told you that would be quick. Here we go. We've rebounded. Deciding match here. It's a 2v2 tie. The winner of this goes straight to the grand finals. The other team heading to the lower bracket, and they'll be competing in the next semifinals match against the Golden Bears. That match set to start in 10 minutes, and Polar getting things started here for the Redhawks, Andy.
Yeah, just a nice read from that missed touch at the midfield line. And Polar sends this one to the net. Nobody able to grab that. And we've got an early 1-0 game as Cappy takes advantage of that speed flip. Nobody else coming, tries to put a shot on. Choppa having to get back, but can't get there. Judd from their own end makes it 2-0 early on. Great vision, seeing all three of the Bay Ridge Blazers players in the attacking zone. Nobody back to save that shot. And just like that, we're 2-0 early on.
Judd over the midfield line. Finds Choppa, who's pushing forward there. They need to get some points on. Here's G with a shot quickly. It's saved by that dead weight. A critical save there to keep it at 2. Choppa looks for a teammate, finds G. G with another shot. That's blocked. Now we're headed back into the Redhawks end. Dead weight getting into the mix here. Here's Choppa heading back, looking for another play. It goes way too far wide for any teammate to find. G having some trouble here getting by Polar. Choppa looking to get another attack going. Again, Bay Ridge Blazers facing a 2-goal deficit here a minute in. They're trying to get points as soon as possible.
Judd with a nice pass out from that corner. Swept away by Choppa. Oh, and a Cappy with a great shot. Deadweight coming from nowhere, saving that one. Keeping this 2-0 for their team. Polar keeping the pressure on, looking to get a pass over. Fakes the shot, and Judd makes no mistake. 3-0 for this OCVI Redhawks team.
Yeah, what a great play there. Everybody's watching. Both teams playing very well, rotating well. Off the side wall, Cappy looking for a shot. Might be able to float one by, and does. What a great play by Cappy here.
Yeah, if you watch this first touch, it kind of seems like they mishandled it, but it was all just to set up that second flick over the defender. 3-1, still lots of time left. 2-goal deficit. We know both these teams capable of scoring in bunches. There's Judd able to get there before G, sending this into the Blazers' end. Judd looking to get a pass out. No teammates with them as Choppa sends it back into the Redhawks' end. Choppa looking to get a pass over, bumps a defender out of the way, but Deadweight playing just enough in the crease to stop a shot from going in. And now Judd chasing after this one, but G is there to collect. Polar from the sidewall at midfield, able to get this one down, looking to get a bounce pass out. Judd puts the shot towards the net. That's going to go wide. So G flicks that one back to midfield. And Deadweight causing the Bay Ridge Blazers to have to regroup in their own end. As Polar puts a shot towards the net, easily saved by Cappy. Judd doesn't quite get the touch they're hoping for, so now possession is contested at midfield. Deadweight having to boom this one into their own corner, so Judd can, Polar would be able to set something up, but they get demoed. Cappy puts a long shot on net. That's going to be swept away by Judd. G trying to keep that pressure going. Cappy looking to get a pass out to Chapa, who just cuts that one off. G has to make a save. Not credited, but that was earmarked as a goal. As G goes up, can't get past Polar. They save that one. Chapa now trying to get a pinch. Doesn't quite get the touch, so Polar's now going to send this one towards the Blazers' net. Cappy wisely clearing that one out of harm's way. And we get a shot off the post, saved by Chapa, but Polar is going to make sure that goes in. 4-1, just under 2 minutes left to play in this fifth and deciding game.
Yeah, looked like it was saved by one of those two Blazers, but in fact, that was the goalpost. It got through and it hit the goalpost. So here we're now facing a 3-goal deficit are the Bay Ridge Blazers. Dead weight, trying to carry over, runs into G. G with a high setup. Chapa, who couldn't quite get there in time. Polar now. Looking for a floater. G chips it away. Polar not exiting the attack zone quite yet, so it's still in the corner. Cappy now chipping over the midfield. It's dead weight with Judd following behind. They're both playing the side wall here. Polar standing by midfield. Goes up. Keeps the ball from exiting the attack zone. Deadweight follows up, but the aerial kind of knocks the ball into the corner. So now Chapa heading in. Judd couldn't stop that from crossing midfield. This is floating dangerously off the crossbar. A great shot from Cappy. A follow-up again from Cappy. And this thing is still floating in front of the Redhawks, and Judd clearing away as quickly as possible. Chapa bringing it back in front of the net. G couldn't get there. Here's Cappy with a shot. That goes wide. G with a follow-up. It's still bouncing. It's in front. Chipped away by Polar. Man, a lot of opportunities there. 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, unfortunate. All those attempts, nothing going in. I'm just watching the time tick down as there's a 3-goal deficit. These Bay Ridge Blazers putting on quite the effort to get something through, but the brick wall defense of this Redhawks team. And as I say that, Polar able to capitalize on that clear from dead weight. Gets the unfortunate touch from Chapa, who made that save, but Polar's car is still flying through. And it looks like the Redhawks are going to be heading on to our grand finals. But we will be seeing the Bay Ridge Blazers take on the Golden Bears in our lower bracket semifinals here in just a few moments. And these two teams could meet again in the grand finals, which wouldn't that be a storybook ending if the Bay Ridge Blazers can come back?
Yeah, that would be a really exciting rematch to watch, because this could have went either way. So we saw the Redhawks kind of get carried away here, but don't forget, that was Game 5. It went the distance, so we'll see if they end up seeing each other again. In the meanwhile, we are just a few minutes away from our final, or sorry, our next semifinal. So let's take a look at the bracket here as we head into the bottom of the bracket. And it'll be the Bay Ridge Blazers against the Golden Bears. And I guess we can update that the team going on to the finals in the top part of the bracket is in fact going to be the OCVI Redhawks. Both teams putting on quite a show there, so that was really exciting to watch. So Andy and I are going to take a quick standby. That gives you a few minutes here to make sure you click like and subscribe on this OSEA YouTube channel. Grab yourself a snack and get right back here, because in a few minutes we'll be watching the next semifinal match between the Bay Ridge Blazers and the Golden Bears. We'll be right back with you. Thanks for watching.
here we go. Semifinal number 2. Our Bay Ridge Blazers in blue taking on the Golden Bears in orange. Got Cappy contesting in the midfield as G's going to send this one into the corner, looking to follow up, just missing that one. Cappy can't beat the crossbar. Choppa trying to keep the pressure on. As Demon Slayer's up, tries to put something down, just missing wide. Cappy looking to get a bounce pass over to G, who leaves that one for Wishes. Choppa not able to get that one, but it sails wide, so Wishes now up again, looking to put a shot on G, having to make a save. Lonely Not Human not able to beat Choppa to that one, so Demon Slayer picking that one up, looking to follow it up with some speed. G having to make another save. Lonely Not Human putting a shot on, just missing, and Wishes is going to follow that up. That beats 2 defenders, splits right between them. Golden Bears take our first goal of this game.
Yeah, what an effort there. Just under a minute into this one, we got our first goal. It's for the Golden Bears. Kickoff now. Cappy gets the better of the kickoff. Goes for the bump on Lonely, but Lonely headed up the wall quickly. G sets a teammate up. Choppa just slightly missing that pass. That was really close to a goal. A quick response. And here's a second shot from Choppa, tying the game up 1-1.
Yeah, it looks like we might have a high-scoring affair on our hands for this one. Choppa and Cappy both going for that one. Lonely not able to make the save. So 1-1, just over a minute played so far. Choppa gets the better of that kickoff. That's going to come out to the midfield where G tries to put a shot on. Can't beat the post. Choppa able to chip the rebound back inside, beating another defender. And it's 2-1 really quickly.
3:46 on the clock. Bay Ridge Blazers answering back quickly. G and Lonely running into each other. Cappy wanted to push an attack forward, couldn't do it, so it's Choppa now over the midfield line. Corralled by Demon Slayer, who gets by the defense. In the corner now. Funny bounce on the ground. Gonna run into Cappy right on the goal line. And G, trying to clear it away off the sidewall, does so. Looking to get a pass out to a teammate, whiffing mid-air. Couldn't make the connection, and looks like Cappy was just a little bit too late to the party to turn that into an attack. Quick shot from Lonely is stopped by G. G now sending one in. Swept away by Wishes. Cappy grabbing it before it goes into their attack zone. Lonely with a must-save up high. It was a slow floater, almost went in. G at midfield, chipping by the defenders. Runs into Wishes midfield. Cappy from the center line. Great deflect there by Demon Slayer. In nets for the Golden Bears. Demon Slayer running into Cappy. Wishes helping out now. Couldn't get by though. They're still on the defense as G sends one in. Wishes chipping out. Gets it over Choppa, who was looking to pre-jumped and aerialed but didn't connect. G at midfield heading up. Lonely's going to meet them. Lonely with great control. Sends it wide. Choppa reading that immediately. And now both teams fighting for possession here. Midfield, Choppa into the corner, runs into Lonely, and this is just back and forth action, Andy.
Yeah, the Golden Bears been in their own end a little bit. The boost tank's getting a little lower, but able to play some great defense to keep this 2-1. As Cappy's going to collect on Demon Slayer's mishandle there in the attacking zone. Wishes blocks G, who gets demoed by Lonely. We've got an odd man rush. Nothing comes of it. Lonely having to clear that one away. G missing the second touch. So Wishes able to get it back to midfield. Choppa trying to put a shot on. That's going to sail wide. Lonely Not Human getting it back to the midfield where Cappy tries to get something to come off the back wall to another teammate. That's going to be swept away by Demon Slayer. Lonely Not Human now looking to collect this one off the wall. Gets the better of that exchange from Choppa. So Cappy now with a pass over to Choppa, who tries to put that one in. Not enough power on it to get past Lonely Not Human, who makes a critical save there. Just over a minute here, and this is still anyone's game as Cappy intercepts that one at midfield. Choppa able to get up before Lonely Not Human's able to get their Wishes, deflecting that one away. Choppa with a pass out front. Wishes again blocking that one. High off the back wall. Dangerous location. And Cappy's going to seize that one and tucks that under the crossbar. 3-1.
Yeah, great pre-jump here from Demon Slayer. Just didn't have any boost in the tank at the time, so wasn't able to get up high enough. They pre-jumped in time. But somehow sometimes that's just how it goes. Cappy with a demo on Demon Slayer. Ball ends up back in their own net, so G collects over to Cappy. Cappy's on the side wall now. That might have thrown the Golden Bears out of position. Lonely sending one in the corner. G's able to knock it at the net. It's slowly floating down. What a save by Lonely, who managed to make that save while pointed at their own net and banged it off the backboard. Here's a slow chip. Lonely still trying to reposition in net. Demon Slayer going to collect some boost in the corner. Runs into Choppa. Now trying to get by Cappy. Does so. Cappy with a great little half flip to stay on the defensive play. Choppa to the side wall. 10 seconds remaining, so I think the Golden Bears are going to be out of time here, Andy.
Yes, it looks like that's how this one's going to end, as Wishes, with no quit in them, tries to put another one on, has to be saved by Choppa in a last-ditch effort. This one's going to go to Blazers in our first of best of 5. So this one also will be first to win 3 games. And if we look here, Lonely Not Human making some clutch saves to keep this one within reach. But the Blazers take it 3-1 as we prepare for this second match.
6 shots from Cappy there. 5 from Choppa, 4 from G. So just an onslaught. The Golden Bears doing a great job defending. And really, again, it felt like that could have went either way. There was no constant momentum for either team. So the Golden Bears putting up a great deal of... sorry, I'm watching the teams join the wrong colors here for a second. It threw me off, but we're good now. So teams are on the right color. We're getting ready for kickoff here in Game 2. First one going to the Blazers, but it is a best of 5 here in the semifinals of the OSEA fall season. Lonely in their own corner, stopping G from putting an early shot on, and now Choppa clearing away before an attack materialized from the Golden Bears. G clearing, tries to get by Lonely, couldn't. Lonely, though, wasn't able to stop that. Sort of lost possession here, Andy.
Yeah, an unfortunate missed touch here by Lonely, sending this back into their own corner, not able to get there in time. And I don't think any of these players are going to miss a wide open net like that. So G capitalizing, saying thanks very much. 1-0 early on for our Blazers team, as Demon Slayer bumps into Choppa to try and stymie that attack. But Lonely and Wishes not able to get there, and G with another wide open net makes it 2-0.
Yeah, a really quick response. And I think that's what happened last match, too, was the Blazers can kind of answer back twice very quickly. And that almost turning into a third one. Demon Slayer with a must save. G back in time to stop that long shot from materializing. Lonely getting up there with G, keeping that third goal from going in. So the Blazers putting a lot of pressure on early on, as they should. Here's Demon Slayer at midfield. Ran into one of the Bay Ridge Blazers, so couldn't quite get over the line. Choppa in their own corner, leaving it for I don't know who. There's 2 Golden Bears here. It bounces out to center. G getting involved at that point. G now with a flick. Stays high. Choppa clearing. Choppa was looking for a shot there. It kind of went wide and went into the corner. Demon Slayer with a flick. That's looking good. G clearing it away. That might have went in. No save credited, so it could have been earmarked for the goalpost. And here come the Blazers now. Demon Slayer and Lonely working together to clear an attack away. Lonely from midfield, side wall. Choppa heading backwards. Great read by Cappy, who saw they needed to get involved. Choppa with a demo on Demon Slayer. Here's a shot. Lonely up in time to save it. G looking for a touch here. Beautiful shot by G. Demon Slayer clearing it away, and here we go.
Yeah, some incredible shots and defensive plays here at both ends as Demon Slayer makes yet another save. Then gets a great shot towards the other net as Lonely Not Human. Choppa having to go up and make a desperation save. Choppa not able to get that one as the boost tank runs out. Demon Slayer able to get one from just inside the half-court line. And this one cuts it down to a one-goal lead. Golden Bears on their way back. Lots of pressure.
That one was awkward the whole way. And I'm sure the Golden Bears are happy with the result. Here's Choppa, midfield. Couldn't quit by Demon Slayer, who had a must-save to make there. Chipping now. G's up. G able to rearrange themselves mid-air to stop that. And then bumped into the corner boost conveniently. Demon Slayer scooping in their own end. Cappy in pursuit. Choppa on the side wall, and somehow Demon Slayer able to get by both, but runs into G, whose shot goes wide, and then gets demoed by Demon Slayer. Choppa returning the favor. Demon Slayer knocked off of their wheels. And here's Wishes looking to make something happy. It's Choppa who follows up, just waiting in the right spot and chipping this one in.
Yeah, you're going to see Lonely Not Human and Demon Slayer missing this one off the back wall. And like I said before, none of these players are going to miss a wide open net like that. So Choppa capitalizing makes this a 2-goal game again as Cappy looking to get a pass out to a teammate. G not there in time, so Lonely Not Human able to get this one back into the Bay Ridge end, looking to get a pass out. Demon Slayer's there, chips it towards the net. G's gonna steer that one away. Wishes pops that one over some defenders, but gets bumped back to midfield themselves. So Choppa tries to play a little offensive defense in the attacking zone. G gonna collect that midfield boost. Can't quite control the touch they were looking for, so this one just kind of bounces up. Lonely Not Human going for the flip reset, out of boost, not able to keep that one going towards the net, but both Cappy and Choppa up, so this could be trouble for the Bay Ridge Blazers, but G able to save that one, get enough time to get some teammates back as Demon Slayer challenges. Good save there by Choppa, not credited, but that would have been a goal. As Cappy pinches that one off G in front of their own net. Could be a dangerous play, but nobody there knocking on the door. Lonely Not Human able to make that save as the ball's chipped over Wishes. G no boost, so doesn't continue with that attack. Does get credited for a shot. Wishes with the save. Demon Slayer doing a good job to break up the play off the back wall. Wishes trying to get a flick off the sidewall to a teammate. Lonely Not Human keeps the attack going, but Cappy stymies that one in the corner as we are back at midfield. Possession just changing hands back and forth. Lonely Not Human with the shot. G with yet another save. Cappy's gonna chip that one over a teammate, or sorry, a defender to their teammate G, who puts that one in the net for 4-1.
This is the sort of stuff we're gonna have to see if the Blazers end up in that grand final. Is G getting into the attack zone a little more? G might be finding their groove, but we've always seen that from G, usually leading the charge, and today so far, hanging back a little bit, being a little more defensive. Here's Choppa up for a backboard play. Leaves it for G. G couldn't quite clear it away. We're getting some pressure here from the Bears in the final seconds. Wishes into the corner. Choppa digs it out. So that's how this one's going to end, with a goal from Demon Slayer, but it's just not going to be enough. Not enough time left on the clock.
Yeah, beautiful read here by Demon Slayer. Unfortunately, a little too late, as that last second goal is going to bring it down to 4-2. But the Blazers take the second match and are one away from a rematch with the OCVI Redhawks in the grand finals. So it's all or nothing here for the Golden Bears in this third match. They have to do the reverse sweep, as they say, to get into the grand finals.
That'd be cool to see. I don't think we've seen that here before, so you know, you never really know you cannot count these Golden Bears out. We're seeing a great effort from all three players. And I think they have a fourth player on the bench as well. I know we've got there's one player sitting on the sideline, so we never know what might happen there. It's Goldfish Bob. But I will say that Wishes, Lonely, and Demon Slayer playing very well together. Great rotation and dealing with sort of a barrage of attacks from the Blazers, who we saw playing very well together in the first match against the Red Hawks. So these are the finalists. We had, I'm not sure how many teams that competing. I think we started with 10 or 12 teams, maybe more, at the beginning of the season, beginning of October. And here we are, end of October in our finals. And it's down to Final Four. Same thing happened, Andy?
Yeah, picking wrong teams again.
That can happen. So this is a must-win for the Bears. Game 3, Bay Ridge Blazers up 2. And the kickoff straight into the Golden Bears' end. Cappy with the shot that goes wide. Lonely with a very long shot here. G's up. What great mechanics from G. I don't know if they got credited with the save, but they should have.
Yeah, Choppa now trying to send this one out. Cappy not able to play it. Gets the demo by Lonely Not Human, who now puts another shot towards the net. Cappy is back, though, after that demo. Wish is going to cut that one off. Trying to keep some sustained pressure to get out to an early lead as Lonely sends a shot swept away by Cappy. Choppa and G kind of coming together. An accidental touch, but Demon Slayer sends that one just high. And now the pressure gone. Turned the other way as Choppa trying to get a shot towards the net. Cappy's there. Choppa almost making a save. Ball wasn't going to go in. So the Bay Ridge Blazers having to turn around. Go back, collect some boost. G now trying to put a shot on. That's going to be cleared to mid-field by Demon Slayer. Wishes now misplaying it off the sidewall, but it fools the defender. Lonely Not Human not able to get that one away from G, as G's looking to carry this one all the way in. But Wishes sees what's happening, flicks that one away. Cappy having to come across the goal mouth as Lonely Not Human puts one towards the net. Choppa going to get that back into the Golden Bears end. As Cappy now trying to keep the pressure on. Lonely Not Human missing one. Demon Slayer has to make a save. And Wishes makes a save off the G shot. Choppa just trying to keep something in front of the net for another teammate attempt. G able to cut that Wishes shot from behind the midfield off. As Lonely Not Human with no boost, not able to get up and make a play on that ball. So G takes the pass from Cappy in the corner and makes it 1-0, just over 2 minutes played.
Well, it's a great little double touch from Cappy. I'm not sure that the pass would have gone out otherwise. And just sort of pinched and straight in front of the net. Everything kind of worked out there for the Blazers to get that first one on. We're not quite halfway through this one, but it is a must-win for the Bears. If the Blazers win, they're going to the grand finals to rematch against the Red Hawks at 12:45 p.m. Here's Cappy chipping over. Couldn't get wide Demon Slayer, but able to knock Demon Slayer off their wheels. Demon Slayer running into G. Pushing forward, a slow shot from Cappy. I think it would have stayed high anyways, but Demon Slayer and Lonely both heading up to stop it. Wishes left in net, but G able to chip on over for that second goal.
Yeah, unfortunate miscommunication there as 2 Golden Bears go up for that one, leaving the net not as attended as they needed. G's going to capitalize and put that one over top. 2-0 for the Bay Ridge Blazers in this pivotal third game. Lonely Not Human faking that one out as G fakes. Cappy gonna do a quick little flip over top of the remaining defender. And this one's 3-0, potentially slipping away from the Golden Bears.
We don't see a lot of like kickoff fakes and goals, but they are really fun to see sometimes. It's the last thing you're expecting. Here's G Getting by Demon Slayer. Wishes on the back wall, ready to stop it. Lonely following up with a shot. It's going to stay wide, heading to the corner. And 3 or 4 players all running into the ball at the same time. Leaves G an opportunity. Lonely gets up in time to deflect it. Great mechanics from Lonely, who's now moved it to midfield. Demon Slayer chipping. G's there as usual, but what great plays there by the Golden Bears to turn the momentum. Almost a shot on by Demon Slayer. A follow-up here. Maybe Demon's got it. Defensive plays by the Bay Ridge Blazers, keeping those attacks out, but some incredible attacks and mechanics from the Golden Bears.
Oh my goodness, what a pass by Cappy out front. I thought they were going for a shot here. I'm like, oh, that's not really helping. But Lonely Not Human not able to get there in time. Wow, what vision. As the Golden Bears having to put the pedal down now, trying to get something happening, as Cappy accidentally sends that one back in front of their own net. Choppa gonna clear the shot from Wishes away. Demon Slayer trying to get something over to the net. It just happens to go in. 4-1, it's not over yet. We know both these teams can score in bunches. Still over a minute to play. Not out of sight yet.
Yeah, no move for Cappy there. Heading into their own net. This one chipped away to the side wall. Lonely's up, gets by G. Looking for a double touch in the corner, gets it. Oh, but unfortunately, Wishes just a little too high up, expecting that thing in the air. Here comes Cappy now on the side wall. Hits the backboard. It bounces in front. Lonely chipping away. Demon Slayer following up over midfield. Into the corner now. Gets bumped twice. Able to still get the shot on. Lonely couldn't connect it. Follow up. Saved by Cappy. Again, these amazing plays by the Golden Bears. They are making opportunity after opportunity. And the Blazers are defending them. This is very exciting Rocket League. Here's a long opportunity by Lonely. Great redirect. Just absolutely incredible efforts by the Golden Bears.
And as we saw on the other end, when 2 defenders go for the ball, that's going to leave an opening for the attacker. Lonely Not Human seizes the opportunity. 37 seconds left. 2 goals remaining. I'm not saying it's over, because we've seen 2 goals now in 40 seconds. It's still doable. Demon Slayer finding another gear, picking this one up off the sidewall. Gets the better of G, a shot on net. Cappy having to make a shot. Wishes comes in and makes a goal. 4-3, 23 seconds left. It's not over yet, Nate.
Well, there's something about pressure that sort of puts enough fire underneath a team to make the impossible possible. 23 seconds to go. G and Lonely running into each other. Cappy with a quick shot on. Can we get a follow from Choppa? We do, but it heads up. As now the Blazers are seeing how quickly the momentum can shift at a critical time. 10 seconds to go. Choppa with a long clear, happy to do it. 5 seconds to go here. Wishes trying to get something started, and it might be over here for the Bears. It is. But what an incredible effort. And what an exciting match that was to watch.
Thank you to the Golden Bears for making that an exciting second semifinal match. Great job bringing it back to the last seconds. I want to say thank you to all the teams that we've had so far this season for giving us some wonderful Rocket League in this fall season. We hope to see you all back in the spring season.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great season that was for the Golden Bears, and almost going the distance here, making it all the way to the semifinals and putting up with just a great fight against the Bay Ridge Blazers, who will go on. Let's take a look now at how that affects the brackets, as we are about an hour out from our finals. Oh my goodness. Wrong bracket. Let's look at the actual bracket. And that's it right there. OCVI Redhawks versus the Blazers. We're about an hour away from that one. I think we'll keep the channel live here so people know what's happening. I'll put a little reminder up that the The game's still an hour away, so we're going to take a really long standby here. Give you an opportunity to have your lunch, do whatever you might, maybe share this stream with a friend. And we'll be back with you in about an hour's time for the grand finals between the OCVI Redhawks and the Bay Ridge Blazers. Thanks again for supporting Ontario School Esports Association. And we'll be back with you around 12:45. Take care. Well, welcome back, everybody. Hope you had time to grab a bite to eat and your favorite snack. You're nice and comfortable, ready for the grand finals of the Ontario School Esport Association's Rocket League Fall 2025 season, as the players are taking the pitch for Game 1 in a best-of-5 series for the grand finals. And here we go. We've got the Red Hawks in blue and Bay Ridge Blazers in orange. This is a rematch from our first semifinal, Andy.
Yeah, and the Bay Ridge Blazers coming off a nice win over the Golden Bears in their second semifinal match, looking to get a little redemption on these Red Hawks, who beat them earlier on this morning, pardon me. Polar trying to send that one towards the net. G's gonna grab that one, send it out as a pass to Chapa, who gets this down into the Red Hawks end. Judd not able to get the touch they were looking for, so that's gonna go from Chapa to the net. Chapa sails that one wide. Cappy gets a bump on a defender. See if they can circle back and try and get something else happening. They're behind two defenders, but they're bumped away. So now Judd leaves that for dead weight. That gets picked up in the midfield. G and Chapa both demoing the players that they were following, but couldn't make anything of it, as dead weight now going for the flip reset, excuse me. Judd and Polar up for that one, so it's going to give Chapa the opportunity to clear this back to the other side, but Polar brings it through, tries to put a shot up. G wisely takes that away from them. Chapa putting a shot towards the goal. Judd in net. There's a demo there. Nothing comes of the advantage of player, and G's just going to get this one to midfield, allowing his team to get some more boost.
So Polar trying to set Judd up here. Everybody goes up for it. Here's a redirect off the crossbar. That was close. And the follow-up from that dead weight, of course, putting the first goal into the grand final here. What a great play.
Yeah, watch Polar, after this nice pass, take Cappy out of the way so that they cannot get to that ball. Not credited with the goal, but I don't know if that goal's going in without them clearing the defender out. Chapa trying to get up there before Polar, but they cannot. The shot doesn't quite make it to the net. Chapa takes a nice redirect, just sails that wide. Judd here trying to get it passed down to a teammate. Nobody there. It's going to get credit for a shot. Cappy has to send that one away. Just can't risk leaving that one off the back wall, as dead weight flipping through the air, getting the nice shot on, saved by G. Cappy able to take that bounce pass out from the Red Hawks, but we're back into the Bay Ridge Blazers end. Continued pressure here from both teams. Cappy's going to take that pass from G. Wide open shot, middle of the field. Bang, bang, 1-1 halfway through this game.
Yeah, great positioning. You see all three of the Red Hawks racing back, and nothing they can do but watch that one go in. So keeping in mind, the Red Hawks and the Blazers met in round one of the semifinals, and the Red Hawks got the better. Here's a shot, G with a great save. And the Bay Ridge Blazers fighting their way through another round of semifinals to make it here for the rematch. Looking for some redemption. Here's G off the back wall. It's not going to drop in time, stays wide. Chapa there trying to dig it up. The Polar able to keep possession. So both teams looking to get a play started here from midfield. It's not dead weight battling two defenders from the Blazers. And they're still on the attack. G with a long shot. That could fall down. It's bounced off the back wall. Chipped in almost off the crossbar. Straight in by G.
What a perfect read here by G. Takes that bump. Deadweight and Polar kind of both going for it. Neither able to get there. Judd just trailing too far behind. And just like that, the Bay Ridge Blazers are up 2-1. It's the all-important kickoff. Heads out of danger, but there's Polar up, putting a shot on net, and 2-2 just like that.
Polar with a great redirect here. The ball's up, quick pre-jump, they're up, and just redirecting it away, seeing that Cappy was heading across the upper portion of the goal mouth, but not able to get to the top right corner in time. So it's 2-2, minute 39 on the clock. Kickoff goes the way of the Blazers, so G's able to set themselves up, but the follow-up's interrupted. It goes off the backboard. Chapa now setting up. Deadweight blocking G from getting an opportunity. Cappy almost able to do so, but cleared away quickly by the Blazers. Here's Cappy in their own end, kind of losing possession. A quick shot from Judd. It's cleared away by G. Follow-up from Polar, set up for the Deadweight, who goes up. It's off the corner of the crossbar. Really close there. 1 minute to go as the Deadweight is trying to clear out. Shot from midfield from Cappy, and it was close to on target. Polar getting credited with the save. And now Judd with a long clear. It's going to bounce wide, and G's grabbed possession.
Yeah, Deadweight just taking that from the midfield sidewall, putting a shot on net, forcing Cappy to make another save. Here's Polar. Unfortunately, no boost on the sidewall, but still gets the better of Cappy as G sends this one down. No teammate with them. Judd just going to send this one all the way back down to the Blazers' end. Cappy and Polar in the corner. Polar gets the better of that exchange, but Cappy gets a demo on Judd. Chapa trying to set something up for a teammate. Here's Cappy. They're going to scoop this one up and over, get a flick, but Polar there to stop that one in the defensive end. Gets a great bounce pass out to a teammate. We've got just under 10 seconds left. We might be going to overtime for our first time in this finals. Oh, if there was one more second on the clock, this one would have been going to the Redhawks. But thankfully, overtime comes just in time for the Blazers as Chapa is going to get a shot. Doesn't get the power they're hoping for, so Polar able to sweep that one away. They send this one back down into the Blazers' end. As Chapa now taking a really nice redirect, not able to come back for the second touch as Polar clears that one out of harm's way. Deadweight going to try and get this one around some defenders, or sorry, attackers. G able to stop that at midfield, but Judd comes in and is able to advance it. G smartly plays it back the same way. G and Cappy kind of floating in midair, trying to get this one away from their goal. As Cappy and Polar come together, keeping this one in the Blazers' end. Some sustained pressure by the Redhawks, but nothing really coming of it as they regroup in their own end, trying to get the first game of this grand finals.
You're seeing the Blazers do a great job of boost starving the Redhawks as well. I don't know how to what effect, but they've certainly been doing it. Here's one off the back wall. Judd clearing it away to midfield. G scooping it back up with possession. Tries to get by Polar. Can't. Deadweight off the sidewall, looking to start an attack here. G with a great aerial move to stay in front of it. Polar getting the demo on Chapa, which might make some room for Judd, who chips over G, setting up Polar. There's the win.
It's so unfortunate here as Judd shot off the backboard. Cappy just a hair too high, and Polar tucks that one underneath. First game was a nail biter. 3-2. Redhawks are up in the finals here, 1-0. A reminder: this is a best of 5, so first to 3 wins is going to be our fall season champion. As we're going to head into our game number 2.
Big numbers again on the scoreboard. Almost 4 shots apiece for each of the Redhawks players. And this is a little bit of a reminder to how the first series between these two teams started. Was a win for the Redhawks. And when they met earlier today, the second game went to the Blazers. We'll see if we follow that pattern here. Teams are already on the pitch, ready for game 2 of 5, as Andy mentioned. Best of 5 series. First team to 3 wins will be crowned the fall 2025 grand champions of the OSEA fall season. And it's just been a blast here calling these matches. So here we go, kickoff. Not sure what's happening here. Look at that. The game has been paused. So teams maybe looking to get on the right side of, they've joined the other colors a few times. I didn't realize that this was possible to pause the game like that, Andy. Here we go.
When you have it set up as a series, it is possible. But it looks like everybody sorted their themselves out, and Polar's going to take real quick exception to that and put one in real quick here, right under the crossbar, right off kickoff.
Now that one counts. Kickoff now, dead weight with Cappy, followed up by Judd and G. Everyone running into each other. Judd's able to clear it away. A quick shot from Polar, who is leading the charge here in game number 2. Great pass from Judd.
Yeah, really nice communication from the Redhawks. I'm sure Polar saying, hey, I'm coming. Judd getting that ball to the open area, and Polar making no mistake. Early on, 2-0. Lots of time left. We know both of these teams able to score in quick succession as Judd makes a great save there on the Cappy shot. Polar now having to clear this one out. Off the sidewall, puts another one towards the net, and Polar's got a hat trick within the first 30 seconds of this second game.
Yeah, I hope everyone's taking notes at home. Polar with an incredible read off that side wall, able to redirect, keep the momentum going. That is quite a hole to dig out of, but there's more than enough time on the clock here for the Bay Ridge Blazers. Kickoff ends up in the Redhawks' end now, so Blazers looking to get something started. A little bit of a run in there between Chapa and Cappy. Cappy now sending it all the way downfield. It gets by Judd, so it's in the corner. Cappy's looking to set a teammate up. Doesn't quite happen. Deadweight's going to get in the mix. Chip doesn't get across into the mouth of the goal. And another bump here. I think Cappy running into G that time, so the Blazers finding each other with a couple bumps here. 1 minute away into this game, and we're already 3 goals. That was a close one. Almost 4 there. Cappy cheering, clearing across. G and Choppa ready. Choppa with a fake. G heading back and making a clear before that thing got any closer. Polar with a demo, but a great sacrifice there from G to keep that play from getting any worse. Here's that dead weight up high, looking for a redirect. Almost found the corner. It was really nice aerial control there. Polar trying to chip through. Choppa's going to clear it out. Not for long. Dead weight hitting it back to the center. Judd keeping the attack going. And a big long clear from Cappy. Polar with a double touch off the back wall, and then a third touch blocking G's shot on the way down. Long clear from Cappy. Choppa finds it. They're restarting again. Here's coming through the corner. Polar chipping it back out. Will it get to midfield? It does. Here's Polar now on the attack. Getting in front of the Bay Ridge Blazers end if they can. They cannot. Cappy has now cleared it. Getting hung up, losing control at midfield.
Choppa trying to keep the attack on. Polar backwards there. Makes the desperation play as G doesn't get the handle they were looking for off the ceiling. Cappy looking to pass over to Choppa. Gives it a second, but Judd's going to read that one as dead weight chips it over another defender and then under G to sneak that one in the net. This one looking to get farther and farther out of reach for the Bay Ridge Blazers as the OCVI Redhawks take a 4-0 lead with just under half the game to play.
It was a great pre-jump from G there. I think anyone would have done that, but every once in a while you finally get the pre-jump in time and your opponent goes under. So they've got just over 2 minutes to find the 4 goals that the Blazers need to tie this one up. Otherwise, Redhawks looking to get 2 wins up, and the next game will be a must-win for Bay Ridge. Here's a shot that stays wide. I don't know if Deadweight got bumped by a teammate there or not, but the Bay Ridge Blazers will take that one. Here's G, long aerial, quarter tank of boost, tries to go under themselves. Didn't quite happen. Polar with a great read defensively. Deadweight redirecting a shot away, leaving it for Judd, who wants a double tap here. And G goes up on the backboard, clears it away. They're going to get a second shot here. Here's Polar now. Some great aerial mechanics, passing out to dead weight possibly. Dead weight backing off, looking for a boost, or getting defensive, not sure. And the hit goes all the way across. Cappy finding the upper backboard. Here's the Choppa shot. That stays wide. Choppa now trying to get something set up for another teammate. As here come the Blazers with a minute left.
Yeah, still down 4 goals. So this one looking a little more unrealistic as the comeback has been stymied, as this Redhawks team just not conceding any goals. G getting a really nice 50 win there, but not able to convert, as all 3 Redhawks playing exceptional defense here in the later part of this match. And Choppa out of boost, so not able to continue with that one, but G up, full boost tank, shot off the post, an unbelievable save by Polar to keep that one out. 90% of that ball was in the goal line, and it's still 4-0, as Polar and dead weight can't beat Choppa to that one, who gets a pass over to Cappy, and Judd makes another save. Still 4-0. Judd with yet another save to keep it 4-0. Polar, no boost, can't get that one out of harm's way. Judd and Polar working as a dynamic duo here. Cappy not able to capitalize on the missed play off the wall. And this second game goes to the Redhawks, 4-0.
Quick peek at the scorecard here as the Redhawks are able to shut out the Blazers, which is not easy to do. Polar leading the charge with a score of 823 points, 3 goals, 3 saves, 3 shots, shooting a 100% goal. So Polar with a very impressive performance in that game. First of those 3 goals coming in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, the start was quite hot, and then they just hung on and played incredible defense for the remainder of that match. As we get ready to go into our third and possibly decisive match, the Bay Ridge Blazers needing to perform the reverse sweep in order to come back and win this series. The Redhawks have a commanding lead 2-0 over the Blazers, but as we've seen earlier today, the Blazers have the ability to score just as frequently and at will at some times. So here we go with our third game. G and Choppa getting the better of that first kickoff exchange. Polar having to make a save early on, as Judd just gets that one over top of the oncoming attack. Cappy able to bounce that one out. Dead weight not able to get there before Choppa. So now Cappy from the midfield looking to get the flick over a defender, but Polar reads it perfectly, able to block it and then cause a little ruckus with the oncoming attackers. Polar gets bumped there by G, so Cappy's up free, able to get that one. Dead weight steals that one midair, but runs out of boost, so not able to continue. G gets the nice chip over Judd in the midfield, but yet again there's Polar to chop it over a defender and carry it on into the attacking zone.
And Cappy running into a little trouble trying to clear out here. Dead weight and Polar putting a wall up at midfield. G trying to help out now. It ends up on Polar's car. Dead weight chipping off. It found the backboard. Here's a follow-up from Dead weight. And just relentless pressure from the Redhawks, resulting in the first goal just after 1 minute of play.
Yeah, that pass by Polar, assisted by Dead weight with the demo, takes the defender out of position. Dead weight gonna put that one in. Still plenty of time, only 1 goal here. We know the Bay Ridge Blazers have the attacking ability to score multiple times, as Dead weight tries to get a double touch pass out. G's gonna interrupt that one. Polar tries to put a shot, that's just sent a little wide. G not able to handle the defensive clearance, as Choppa and G come together to get that one down. Odd man rush. Can G get this one in? And out of nowhere, Polar comes flying across, saving a goal. Now Polar sends one just wide. G and Choppa teaming up, trying to save that one. Emptying the boost tanks as the OCVI Redhawks just putting the pressure as hard as they can against this Bay Ridge Blazers team, hoping to take this in the first 3 games. As Deadweight tries to pass that one back to Judd. Getting bumped there by a couple of Blazers, so not able to get the pass cleanly together. But Polar from their own end, once again, not able to get past Cappy. And they're going to have to turn back and reset as the Blazers grab it at the midfield line. But that attack is stymied by Judd. And Polar, again, taking that one from Chopper right off the side wall. Trying to get something to come of this in the attacking zone. But there's just no time as Polar gets the floating ball from seemingly by themselves as Cappy takes themselves out of position by the demo. And G just not able to get there. 2 goals down. Bay Ridge Blazers need to turn it up.
Well, here it is. There's an opportunity now. Cappy off the side wall. It's blocked by Judd. That would have helped. Here's another follow-up from G. Couldn't quite bump over the defense, so Blazers here on the attack. Polar trying to clear away. Finds G. G looking for Cappy. Cappy able to get something. Not enough of a piece of it to set up a teammate, but Choppa keeping the attack going, chipping in from midfield. Blazers have sort of found a rotation here. They were doubling up a little bit before the last whistle. And as Andy mentioned, dealing with quite a bit of pressure. Dead weight with a really important clear off the back wall there as G was set up and ready. So here's Choppa from their own end. Can't get by the dead weight. Cappy tries to help, and it's Polar keeping the ball in the Blazers' end. G over 2 defenders, not the third. Judd's going to try to chip this around the corner, looking for a teammate, and they don't quite get there. Choppa is able to clear that thing before it gets in front of the mouth of the net. So a long clear into the Redhawks' end. Polar finds the back wall, looking for a double touch. They've got it. That's another one. Make it 3.
Wow, what a play here by Polar. Getting through all the defenders. Choppa unfortunately missing it. Cappy trying to go for the bump, but Polar able to control their own vehicle just enough to get enough touch to put that one in. 3 goals down, just over a minute to play. Bay Ridge Blazers are going to have to leave nothing in the tank here as G comes together with a teammate to pinch that one away. Dead weight now, trying to get a bounce over to a teammate, nobody there. G intercepting in the midfield, gets a shot to the net. Polar having to make another save. G trying to get something going, gets Cappy in the midfield. G with the shot. Polar yet another save, keeping it as a shutout in the third possibly decisive game as Cappy and Choppa there trying to get another one on. G making a great pass over to Cappy, but can't quite handle the return feed. And dead weight now just kind of stalling on the sidewall, trying to take as much time off the clock as they can. Judd now just gonna send this one back into the attacking zone. Polar just trying to cause a little disruption as this one's gonna go to the OCVI Redhawks as they take all 3 games and our fall season championship.
Congratulations to the Redhawks. That was incredible. What a performance. Giving them the OSEA 2025 Fall Season Championship after an outstanding performance today. What a hard-fought battle. I tell you, the first series was very back and forth, and I went all the way to Game 5, and as we saw here, the sweep, as the OCVI Redhawks took it in 3. So I don't know what happened on the break there, what they had for lunch, but my goodness, they sure came out swinging, Andy.
Yeah, normally you see teams that have like a longer break like that. they don't come out with as much, preparation and planning because they've been sitting idly for so long and the other team is still warm. But the OCVI Redhawks came out firing on all cylinders, able to take that finals matchup in the first 3 games. I'd like to say congratulations to all the teams and thank you all for coming out. Thanks to everyone watching, coaches, players, the organizers of this. I know Nate and myself truly love being a part of this and bringing something like this to you guys. It's been a real pleasure for us.
Yep, absolutely, Andy. It's been great. Every Wednesday, following the matches week to week, and then here for the finals, seeing the culmination of all the hard work that the coaches and players put in, and the organizers of the OSEA. Thank you, everyone, for putting the matches together. Andy and I have the fun, easy job of watching and calling. We'd like to thank you if you're tuned in to watch, if you've shared this stream with anyone. Thank you so much for supporting high school esports in Ontario. You are making a difference in helping build a platform and grow high school esports in Ontario simply by participating, watching, liking, subscribing, and sharing. So thank you so much for doing that. Hey, if you want to follow Andy and I, you can catch us later this year, December 5th, for Esport Canada's Invitational Rocket League tournament. That often happens on this channel here, but you can always check out Esport Canada's website and socials to find out when that's going. Maybe some of these teams might even be competing in it. And if not, of course, we look forward to seeing you in the spring season here for the Ontario School Esports Association's Rocket League spring season 2026. Sounds far away, but it'll be here before you know it. Once again, thank you to all the players and coaches for giving us a great, exciting season. Congratulations to the OCVI Redhawks 1 for their championship win today, and thank you again for tuning in. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time. I'm Nate Goes Live with Rage Quit Andy. Take care.